From the wasteland to the Mojave Desert, we have definitely come a long way, and game just keeps getting better and better. Another edition of Gear Breaking Nation, where we give excellent assessment and reviews. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is the sequel to Fallout 3, taking place several years later. And instead of the Washington, D.C. area, we're located in the Nevada desert. Fallout New Vegas follows the Courier, who, while delivering his package, ends up getting ambushed and being left for dead. And shortly after, recovers from his injuries and sets out to find out those who are responsible. This is definitely a great game. It's definitely possibly better than Fallout 3, mostly because of the more options that are available. The campaign is extensive, especially if you consider placing in the side missions, which add more hours to the gameplay with an already expansive map, which easily tops 100 hours worth of exploration and gameplay. There are tons of great characters to get to know, get to love, who will either come at you in a positive light, have their own opinion of it as an independent, or come at you negatively. The whole atmosphere of New Vegas and the Mojave Desert has a very Western feel to it, and that's more lit, more light, and it feels completely opposite of the dark and bleak look of Fallout 3. And the New Vegas setting is pretty cool, actually. It's very flashy. It actually feels like Las Vegas. Players actually can go into the casinos and gamble, whether they play blackjack, whether they play roulette, or even play the slots to help win currency. And if you are caught cheating, you will be kicked out, which actually makes it feel that more authentic. And if you don't feel like gambling, yeah, there is this game called Caravan, which honestly I have yet to master. I still don't understand it, but for card game junkies, I'm sure they have a complete blast with it. You can practically ask anybody to play Caravan, and they will be more than willing to either take your money or dish out their own. The returning to the game is the VAT system, which allows players to specifically target certain parts of enemies, whether they can try to get critical hits on them, whether they try to cripple them, or even possibly disarm them. The combat for the third-person over-the-shoulder perspective has been fine-tuned a bit, so it does flow a lot more seamlessly in combat. You have your attributes, your skills, and your perks, which also help determine your chances of survival, not only against the elements, but also against enemies that might pursue you, or the creatures that are roaming the wasteland, even which will help you scavenge for certain items, or allows players to unlock computers, or even unlock doors, or repair, or even help to increase how much health that you get when you use stim packs. The character customization is back, and it's really immersive. It allows players to create any character they want, to shape up the eyebrows, the hair. It's just a fun aspect to the game, which for those of you who don't know, I love character customization in games, and Fallout New Vegas touches on it really good. You have the karma system, which affects your reputation and how everybody in the game perceives you, but and with the addition of the new faction system also, which will feed into the reputation, where you can be loyal to one faction, but it will affect how another faction perceives you along with your reputation. That also creates a very tense atmosphere to where players have to be choosy with whose side they are on, whether it's the NCR or Kaiser's Legion or the mysterious Mr. House, or even if you want to be an independent, the game allows for this. The companions come back in this game, which allows the player to have one non-human companion and one human companion, and each companion has a perk of their own, whether you pick Ed E, who allows characters' perception to be a bit broader so they can detect enemies from a further distance away, or even Cassidy, who has the ability to negate the negative effects of drinking too much alcohol or addiction. Two great additions to this game are the weapon modifications and the creature classes. Now, in the weapon modifications, takes place in two stages. Players can add certain modifications to their weapons, whether they can increase their magazine, they can decrease the weight, they can increase the attack power, they can even increase the rate of fire, or even put a telescopic scope onto it for further attacks. And also the ammo. There are several types of ammo for every weapon. which allows players to be much more strategic when fighting certain opponents. Ammo includes armor-piercing rounds, explosive rounds, and even hollow point rounds, which actually characters can craft from spent ammo shells. This emphasizes the scavenge for loot gameplay that Fallout has been known for. And also there are the creature classes. Each creature has different classes, different stages of life, where you have the childlike version, the adolescent version, you have the young adult version, and you have the adult version. And each specific creature has a legendary version, which is bigger and badder than any of the other ones. This also gives the creatures a sense of family, giving the creatures more depth. As you see, where you can, maybe this is made to try to pull at players' emotional strings to see if they will attack a certain enemy type just for the hell of attacking it, where they would think, well, they got kids, so I wouldn't want to attack it. But I think it's a great addition, and it does make it a bit more personal when it comes to the creatures. So that's done. Fallout New Vegas does introduce the cast of whole new creatures, such as the geckos, such as the nightkin, the night stalkers, and even the deadly cazadors. The DLC is definitely worth the purchase. It's very expensive and does a great job of expanding upon the gameplay. Some negatives of the game do harken back to what was negative in the Fallout 3, where in certain instances, the loading sometimes would it felt like it took a long time to load the game. There are some instances where the game would even freeze and sometimes even crash. There are even instances where you could be in the middle of a fight and certain enemies will be launched through a wall or launched into the air or fall through the floor. You know, things like that, which kind of make it a bit ridiculous. It's kind of funny, but it's a bit ridiculous in a lot of aspects. Also, another negative will be in Fallout 3, every time a character leveled up, every time players leveled up, they got to choose a perk. Now in this game, it's been taken back to where instead of a perk every level, there's a perk giving every other level. And I can understand how some fans will find that a bit of a step back. Even though personally I did feel like it was a bit of a step back, but I felt it was different because it allowed players to be a little bit more strategic when choosing certain perks. So there is that. Fallout New Vegas is actually a very good game. I'm still mixed to see if Fallout 3 is better than Fallout New Vegas, but I will admit that Fallout New Vegas does have more options, more variety, so that does definitely have that advantage. The faction system is great, the whole environment is great, the Las Vegas aspect is great. Aside from the certain glitches here and there and the certain freezes here and there, the game is actually pretty good. Even with the tons of hours that I put into this game, with exploration alone, I have to say Fallout New Vegas definitely deserves a 4 out of 5. This is definitely one of my all-time favorite games. It's very good. It might not have the emotional impact that Fallout 3 has, but at the same time, the game is freaking awesome on every level. I enjoy everything about this game. Yeah, I enjoy everything about this game. So guys, in the comment section below, let me know, have you played Fallout New Vegas, and do you think it's better than Fallout 3? Guys, don't forget to subscribe and share and like this video, and get ready next week because we're going to be reviewing Skyrim. So the next edition of Gear Breaker Nation, keep those gears turning.